Hello everyone and welcome back to E2E. Today we are going to finish up magic finally. Last 3 episodes we have been exclusively doing magic mods, and today we're going to finish out the last one. Which one do we have left? That would be blood magic. Now as you can see in this quest tree, we had to do a lot of blood magic just to do astral sorcery because I think we needed to get all the way up to the tier 3 blood altar so we can get these imbued slates, which then requires us to get this orb, which means we need this gem, which means we need all of these too, and this as well. Yeah, we kind of just did a lot of these. So why don't we, to start, just run through everything and just see exactly how it works, and then we can go ahead and start knocking the tree out. I think the first thing we're going to do is probably going to level up the gem all the way to the Grand Tartaric Gem, fill that up all the way to max, so then we can craft the stuff up here. This stores, like, it holds demonic will. Yep, that's what it is, and that is used for crafting and empowering tools. Obviously, a higher tier mod, the higher the storage. You can use a sentient sword or bow to fill it, which, let's go ahead and claim that. This one just holds more. And same for this one, which means we did use the bound blade to get... No, that was something else. Never mind. Oh, no, we used the sentient sword to get that, which I believe I left up here at the blood altar. I did. Here it is. Right here. Sentient sword. That wasn't too difficult to make. You just use your petty Tartaric gem and an iron sword in the Hellfire Forge, which is right here. Which is another thing that we've completed. It's basically just a crafting table for this mod. Not too bad. It also takes some demonic will, which goes in this slot right there. So that was the sword and the Hellfire Forge. We also had to get arcane ashes, which is not difficult to make. It's just a bunch of various stuff in the Hellfire Forge. And that is used to craft other things. Go ahead and take a look here. You can see alchemy array. You put reagents on some certain items and then it will give you other items. And that is how we completed our bound blade. Now the bound blade gives you weak blood shards on killing mobs, which is good. I don't think there's a quest for that, but that's okay. We did, in fact, make the bound blade. And yeah, there you go. Weak blood shard. You kill things with the bound blade, and it gives you blood shards. They're used to make various things in this in blood magic, so it's not too bad. Go ahead and claim that as well. Now I guess we can go on to the blood altar here. So we started off by just making it, and then you make a weak blood orb to hold blood essence, and of course blank slates, which you make by dropping living rock inside the blood altar with blood in it. Well, how do you get blood though? You have to stab yourself with a sacrificial dagger, which isn't too bad to make. Just make a soul scribe, some alchemical brass, and some mana glass, which the soul scribe is pretty easy to make as well. Go ahead and claim that. And then of course we had to upgrade to tier 2, which means we needed to make a bunch of blank runes, which is basically just stone, a blood orb, which does not get consumed in the recipe, and of course the slates that we used. You could also make a tier 2 blood orb and the tier 2 slates. I have made the tier 2 slates. I did not make the blood orb because I just skipped straight over to tier 3. That's completed. We also made the magician's blood orb, which is just holds more. And of course we made the imbued slate. So we can go ahead and claim that. Basically, you just take the previous tier slate and more blood power. Same all the way up down to living rock. Okay, so now that we're all caught up, we should probably just go ahead and knock these 2 out and these 2. Now, the gems are kind of annoying because you need 2 of each to make the next ones. Let's go ahead and take a look at the recipe. So for the petty gem, you need to have 1 willpower in here. So you either get a demonic will from killing something with the sacrificial dagger, or you have a gem. For the second one, though, you see you need 60, and the lesser gem can hold, I think, like 80 or 100. So you do need to have a filled petty one to make the next tier, so you need to kind of daisy chain all the way up. So we are going to have to make a third common one, which does mean we're going to need to fill this one all the way. I don't exactly know how much we need to make a third one. We need 240 and we have 600. Okay, we can just go ahead and make this. Going to have to get another imbued slate, but it looks like we are going to have to level up our blood altar all the way. Oh wait, what's demonic slate? We're going to have to get tier 4 to get the grand gem, because the grand gem, it looks like you just use another star, so that's not too bad. So I guess let's actually, since we already need to upgrade the blood altar, let's just go ahead and focus on this side of the tree, leveling up the blood altar all the way to tier 5. Now, another thing that I'm going to do is, since, I could just make the blood altar with blank runes, that's kind of boring. And seeing as, half the tree's already done, why don't we go ahead and make the blood altar a little bit better, just to, help in the future. And I'm pretty sure we are going to need to do blood magic automation-ish, kind of, for the end game, so it's probably a good idea to get a good blood altar Anyways, first step is let's just go build the Apprentice Blood Orb. It's going to be cheap. We just have to throw a Victus Vis crystal in 5,000 blood. With this regeneration thing, as you saw in the astral video, I can spam as fast as I can, and I'm not going to die. I do have a macro on my mouse, but I feel like I'm going to die if I do that, so we're not going to use it. There we go. There's the Apprentice Blood Orb completed, and we should recursively get the other one. We did. All right, so the next step is to make the tier of 4. So tier 4 blood altar. See the Sanguine Alchemy book. Where is it? Okay, and the search mode didn't even work. I wouldn't have even found it. Okay, well, at least we did find it. Okay, let's go read up on what we need to make the 4th tier blood altar. Okay, so basically just told me to use this. So let's go try to figure out how to use this. Oh, it literally tells you. Okay, I figured it out. Yeah, that makes a whole bunch of sense. Okay, that's actually not too bad. So it looks like we need 28 more blood runes, some more blocks, and then I think that's like bloodstone bricks, which looks to be just a piece of stone and a weak blood shard. That's not too bad. We just got to go get another blood shard, although we might have one. We don't, so we're going to have to go kill something with, I think, the bound blade. Yeah, let's just go do that. And of course, since we have our mob spawning completely disabled, let's just go to the end real quick. Or we can go over to Woodstock's base, because his base is like 3 chunks out of range, so... You got what I need? Oh, wow, we did. Off the rip. Okay, well, that was easy. Since we also need a whole bunch of these runes now, I'm just going to go ahead and make those, because as you can see, they need blank slates, stone, and of course our blood orb, but the blank slates are super annoying because you just have to chuck in living rock into the blood altar. That's just going to take forever, so here comes the sacrificing montage. Alright, so we're back. Obviously, this is not a time lapse. We'll explain that later. Anyways, I got the blood altar moved down to the, bottom floor, so I don't have to warp all the way up there every 7 seconds. I moved the regeneration altar as well, just so we can actually, stab ourselves to death. And we got this laid out with, I think, chiseled netherrack. It kind of suits blood magic, The reason we're not time-lapsing is because I decided, you know what, this is going to be annoying, so let's set up some simple automation. So we can put stuff in here, and it'll put it into here. And then I've got a filter in here that only takes out the slates. But then I realized, let's just go ahead and put 2 living rock in there, and let's see what happens. So it takes 1,000 per, and we were at 8,200. So there was 7,200. We missed, so it's going to go all the way down to 6,200, and it made 2 at a time. I did not know you could do that. Now, of course, it takes the same amount of time, but I don't have to click. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to do something a little stupid. We're going to put all of them in there. We're going to let that drain. We are going to make sure that the blood stays topped up. And then we're going to speed it up with the time in a bottle. Does it go faster? Oh, yeah, it goes faster. Oh, God. Oh, God. Now I have to click as fast as I can to try to keep up and get all these runes made at the same time. Oh, come on. Okay, we can barely keep up with 3 time in a bottle clicks. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, because, I'm going to break my mouse. Come on! Oh, we barely got it. Oh my god, that was easy. So now, since we do have the highlight, we can go ahead and put all of these blank runes in and complete our tier 4 blood altar. Boom. That is a tier 4 blood altar, and the way we can check that is by getting some more blood here. Okay, never mind, we can't test this. I was going to put the imbued slate and make a demonic slate, but we need 15,000 life power. We can only store 10,000 in here. I guess we could just, stab ourselves while it's going. I guess we could try that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's fill this up to 10k. And there we go. Okay, that's going pretty fast. There's also got to be a better way to get blood other than stabbing myself. Maybe I should look into that. We'll look into that later. Boom. And that was it. Demonic Slate. Ta-da. So let's go ahead and claim the one for tier 4. We also need to make the Master Orb. And that's 40,000 a weak blood shard. Holy Jesus. I mean, I could sit there and stab myself for 15 minutes and waiting for that. Or I could upgrade this now. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Let's actually go ahead and read up on how to upgrade this. So let me go read up on that. All right, research has been done. We need to turn these runes into basically any other type of rune. We have all of these choices here. Speed, efficiency, sacrifice, self-sacrifice, displacement, capacity, augmented capacity, rune of the orb, acceleration, and charging. I did go through all of these. Efficiency doesn't exist. You can't make it. So that's off the table. And since blood magic isn't really used for anything other than the stuff we've already made, and maybe some stuff that's in the quest tree, I think we're just going to build a self-sacrifice rune, and we're not going to, think too much into it. But I did pick out a perfect amount of each type of rune. We are going to be using self-sacrifice, speed, and capacity. Capacity obviously just makes this thing hold more, and I think 20 capacity runes makes this hold 50,000, which is just enough for everything that we need to do, I think. And then again, if not, I could just sit here and stab myself while it's cooking. I'm also going to put 32 speed runes on there and 56 self-sacrifice runes. That should give us around, like, maybe, I don't remember, I think it was like 1,300 blood per stab. And I can just hold down the stab button. Like, me generating blood will outpace the crafting speed of most of this stuff. So that is what we need to do. Unfortunately, they're quite expensive. Specifically, the speed rune, it takes 2 blank slates, 2 blank runes, a cake, and some stone burnt. So this takes the equivalent of 3 blank rune blocks, because each one of these takes 2 blank slates, plus 2 more blank slates. That's a lot. We need half a stack of those. That's not going to be very fun. The next one, we need self-sacrifice. This one's going to be easy. This does not consume the orb, so we can just put any orb in there, and then we just need reinforced slates and a blank rune. So that's 1.5 of the blank runes per. And then capacity is also 1.5. It's just with an imbued, which is the tier 3. So basically, we have to make a whole bunch of runes at this altar. So that's going to be fun. Oh, right. Yeah, another thing. You may have noticed, I terraformed all of this. So it actually looks nice. Yeah, run the time lapse on that real quick. Welcome back. Now we have a nice flat area over here to add more buildings in, which is always good. I might also expand it this way. I do need to keep in mind this river here. I kind of did a little terraforming over here to make it seem like the river kind of gradually goes up instead of like a sheer cliff like over there. So we'll probably do something similar to that kind of all the way around this area if we need to expand over this way, which we might not. I don't know how many more industrial buildings I'm going to be building. We'll get there when we get there, but for now I think this is a perfect amount of space. I also do need to terraform kind of over here and get the desert looking kind of nice, but that's for later. For now, I guess it's time to run the montage on stabbing myself with the sacrificial dagger to make all of the slates and runes that I need to upgrade this altar. One quick thing before we get to that though, the tier 5 altar is like what we actually accounted for. So this goes 3, 5, 7, and then 13, and then these corners, as you can see, I laid them out in 3x3s. Those are beacon bases. We need to actually put beacons in. That is like the cap, like these are for the tier 5. So we're going to go ahead and get all these runes and get the beacons in place, and we can make a tier 5 blood altar. And would you look at that? All of our runes have been acquired. Okay, now I do need to remember the nice little pattern that I planned out. I did make a nice little pattern for these because, you know, that would obviously look nice. So I'm pretty sure the capacity runes go on this level because there's 20 of them that will fit in perfectly around in a circle like that. There you go. Now, speed and self-sacrifice, these are going to be the weird ones. So how many speed do we have? We have half a stack. So if we get rid of 8, we'll have 24, which then we can have 6. Yep, that's right. Okay, so speed go around here. And then on the third row, we have completely self-sacrifice, like that. And then down here, we have the beacons, but what we do is we do 3 speed, 7 self-sacrifice, and then 3 speed again. And then we go all the way around with this. And boom, that should be everything we need for the tier 5 blood altar. But of course, we have to put the beacons in. So I brought blocks of Ardite. You don't technically need to have these beacons activated, but I figured, you know, some orangey red looking blocks would probably make this look better. So we're going to go ahead and throw these beacons in here, like so. And you know what, let's dye those beacon beams red just to make them look just a little bit better. Now another neat trick that I don't see a lot of people doing is you can dye beacon beams with normal glass, but you can also do them with glass panes. And you can't see the glass in there, so it just looks like a red beacon. So that's what we're going to do here. Like so. There we go. That, I would say, is a good blood altar. Okay, you know what? Let's fill that in with some of this netherrack here. And there we go. That, I would say, is a pretty good blood altar. So now we can go ahead and claim the quest for grabbing the tier 5 blood altar. The only thing that it says here we need is 4 beacons and 52 runes, which I did happen to pick up when I mined the rest of the altar to turn it into actual runes. Go ahead and claim that. Next thing we need to do is we need to make the orbs, so why don't we go ahead and make these. Now, I hope I have the capacity for the Archmage one. 80,000, so I guess we're just going to have to stab ourselves for a little bit. I hope I'll have enough. If not, I might have to, you know, spam click pretty fast. But as you can see right here, there's 50,000 millibuckets of available blood space. Okay, so let's fill this up, I guess. So let's see. So we're at 3260. Now we're at 4560. So that's 1,300 a stab, and if I just hold it, yeah, it's going to go up quite quickly. Nice. Now, it does have to fill its little backlog there, and that backlog is probably very deep by now because it's a tier 5 altar. There are runes to speed that up. I didn't really worry about that at all because we can just kind of stab ourselves one time, and then that's pretty much all filled up. Okay, so let's go grab a weak blood shard to get the tier 4 orb, right? Yep, weak blood shard for the tier 4, and we also need a Gaia spirit for the tier 5, so we can go grab the Gaia spirit from here real quick. And it looks like I don't have any more blood shards, so we're going to have to go grab a couple more of those from a mob spawner or a mob in general. Real question, if we go down here, we haven't been here in a very long time. You think villagers drop them? I have a feeling we're going to be needing these. Actually, I know we're going to be needing these. So we're definitely going to be needing to get a farm of some sorts for weak blood shards. Don't know how many we're going to need though, so we'll probably check back in once we actually need to make that. So let me just grab like 6 or 7 of these for the time being, and then we can go get to work on the orbs. Yep, 8. That'll do just fine. Is this cruel and unusual? Yes. Do I care? No. Alright, so the first one we're going to do is obviously the tier 4, so we can grab our blood shard and put it on there. I don't know how fast that's going to drain. Looks like pretty fast, so let's go ahead and hold down the stab button. This does not fill me with any kind of confidence that we can actually do the Gaia one. And I'm also going to fill this up a little bit just to, you know, be sure that it has some life essence in there. Okay, you can go in there and let's do the... Oh, and apparently we've made demonic slate before. Oh yeah, I think I had to do that. Oh wait, I made one just to test if it was a tier 4 altar, right? I did, yeah, so... Should we just test to make sure this is a tier 5 by making the slate? Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I can still hold this down and it works, right? Yeah, looks like so. Okay, perfect. And as you can see, it's going way faster because of all these speeds that we have on here, so I don't have to use a whole bunch of time in a bottle on it now. Okay, perfect. Let's do this one. Tier 5 orb. I don't even know what it's called. I guess we'll find out when we make it. Okay. Oh my god. I don't know if that's going to work out. Oh, it does. Okay. So you can just have it be drained completely. Thank god. Archmage blood orb. Perfect. Go ahead and claim that, and if we back out of the menu real quick, we also got the ethereal slate as well. And ta-da! Alright, so since the blood altar is now completely done, we could go over here and make these things. I don't know what half of these do. Or we could go ahead and grab our Tartaric gems. I feel like that's going to probably be the better option, so let's do that. So we, of course, talked about this earlier. We are going to need one of each, so we are going to have to make another common one with this lesser one here. So 60 will, and we have 600, so we should be able to just do this real quick. All right, slap that in right there, and that should give us our next common Tartaric gem. We have 2. Yes, we do. Okay, now this is the one that we want to fill up to be able to craft this one into the next one, and then we have to fill this one to craft this one into the next one. Next one, greater Tartaric gem. We need a demonic slate, which is a tier 4, some weak blood shards, which we have, and a demon will crystal. Oh, here we go. Okay. Gathering of the Forsaken Souls ritual. So we need to do a ritual. Fantastic. Alright, time to do a little bit of light reading. Alrighty, I have figured out how to get the Demon Will Crystal. And as you can see in my inventory, I have prepped because we are going to need a whole bunch of Demon Will. Basically what we need to do is we need to grab 100 Demon Will, which we have, and then put it into a Demon Crucible, which melts it down. Unfortunately, to make this thing, we need 400 Will. So that's the entire crystal gone already. So we're going to have to go fill that up. And then we have to, again, can use the 100 will to put this in here, and that will technically imbue the chunk with some kind of like floating will, whatever. And then we put that will into a demon crystallizer in the same chunk, which then crystallizes it and turns it into the crystal we want. And unfortunately, this one needs 500 will as well. So we need about 1,000 will. So I figured, you know what, let's just go kill some Endermen again in the end, and we can get all of the will filled up in both of these gems. Yep, it's just as loud as I remembered. Okay, turn down the volume. Let's kill some things. Okay, they're both filled up. Let's get out of here. Let's see here. In goes the crystal. I'm going to make this one first, which is stone, lapis, diamond, and cauldron. I think that will make the crucible first. Oh, right, and it doesn't actually consume a whole bunch. It just, you need to be at this level and it consumes less. So I didn't need to fill both of those, but I mean, it's good that we did anyway. Okay, it's stone, lapis, glass, and the forge, and that will make the crystallizer. And that only took 100 out of that. So that's actually not too bad. Okay, let's turn on chunk borders really quick just to make sure I do this all in the same chunk. Let's put it right here. So demon crucible and then the demon crystallizer. Let's put the one in here that already has some that's out of it. So that should drop down to 724. It does, and that means there's 100 demon will in this chunk. So we could wait for this or speed it up. There's your crystal. Now what we could also do is we put this back in and then we can grow like pieces off the side. I think that's how that works. 623.91. I have no idea what's happening now. I'm fairly certain this is supposed to grow like other crystals off the side of this main crystal here. You know what? Maybe we just wait for the time in the bottle to run out on that and then we'll just take it. Because like we technically need 2 of these. So we could just do it again. Like, I don't see the problem with that. So let's just wait for the time in the bottle to go away. If it doesn't grow, we're just mining it. What a shame. All right, well, I guess we'll just do it again. Thank you, time in a bottle, for making this so much faster. Okay, that's probably enough. This thing is probably, like, drained. Yeah, okay, they're both half and half. Okay, you know what? That's good enough. And it just stopped anyway, so perfect. We ended up with 8 demonic will crystals. Now, are these used for anything super fancy? Not too much uses for those, so I'm okay that we only have a couple. So let's see. Now we need to grab our greater tartaric gem. So we've got our crystal. We just need 2 weak blood shards, 1 for each of the crystals. And we're also going to need 2 demonic slate, which is the tier 4. So that's going to be fun. Let's go make those real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and make these. We should have enough now for both. I hope this one keeps its will in it. Dang it, we're gonna have to go back. That's super annoying. Why is it like that? Alrighty, we are back after killing a whole bunch of Endermen. I did go ahead and make 1 of them just so I could have enough of the will to make the second one. I guess we actually don't need a second grand one, do we? Yeah, I just wasted a whole bunch of time doing that. Okay, well, good job for me. Okay, yeah, that was really stupid on my part. Okay, anyways, we have the Grand Tartaric Gem completed. We can go ahead and claim the quest. Next up, why don't we just run through all of this stuff up here, because I don't know how much of this we're going to be using or even doing. First thing is the Dagger of Sacrifice. You just put a Thaumium Sword in with 3,000. Thaumium Sword goes on there, and we probably don't even need to stab ourselves at all because it should just be completed. Alright, Dagger of Sacrifice is done. Claim. Next, Divination Sigil. Sigil lets you see more detailed information about the blood altar. Oh, and we have to... Oh, the alchemy ashes. I don't think I've even shown this on camera yet. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the way this works is you just right-click on the ground, it puts down a little symbol, you put the thing you want to make, and then you put the thing that is the catalyst. And then it does some very fancy, spinny stuff, and creates what you need. Ta-da! Divination Signal. Sigil, not signal. Okay, whatever, you get the point. Seer's Sigil, a stronger, more in-depth one. We need a sight reagent, and we drop a reinforced slate on that. And it looks like it's a new symbol every time, so that's pretty cool. And the Seer's Sigil is complete. Next up is rituals. Blood magic has a lot of different rituals that perform tasks such as create lava, grow crops, and damage entities or enemies or whatever. Okay, we need 8 ritual stones and a master ritual stone. Oh boy. 4, 8, 12 ritual stones, and then we can go ahead and make 1 masterful one. It looks like we're going to need a stronger orb for that. And there is our master ritual stone. And that is completed. Claim. Next. Ritual Tinkerer. Can be used to move the affected area of a ritual. Okay, and it's just 2 demonic slates, the eye, glass, and gold. And just like that, Ritual Tinkerer. Done. Claim. Next is a weak activation crystal. We can see the sanguine CNTM for more details. I suppose I'll do that. Okay, I can't find it in the book, and honestly, I'm too lazy to do that. It just says we need a lava crystal in a tier 3, and the lava crystal is acquired with 3 buckets of lava and some various other easy resources to get. And there is our lava crystal. And let's turn this into the weak activation crystal. Just like that. Claim next. This is probably the stronger one. Yep. How do you make this? That's it? And that's done. Yeah, that's how easy that was. Unbelievable. All right. Claim next. Ritual diviner. Use to place ritual stones for rituals. Cycle through the available stuff with some stuff. Oh, God. Here we go. Elemental inscription tool earth. So we need to put obsidian in there. Fire is magma cream. Gas tier is for air. And a lapis lazuli block is for water. So that's actually not so bad. These should be very fast. Yep. Ritual diviner completed. Claim next. Ritual diviner dusk. Can place dusk runes in addition to the 4 basic types. We need dusk inscriptions and then some demonic slates. This is just putting a block of coal in there, and then these are the tier 4 slates. And slotting those in, and that. Ritual diviner for dusk. And that is the blood magic tree completed. Bam, we have all 4 of the magic trees done. Okay, well, I guess we're kind of done with magic stuff for now. There's 2 things left that I want to do in this episode. First one being the loot boxes. We have 1, 2, basically 2.5 double chests of loot boxes that we need to open. We're definitely going to be doing that. And the second thing is, since this video is probably kind of short, let's go knock out one of the magic trees that doesn't really exist. Mystical agriculture. We have mystical agriculture done because there is no chapter for mystical agriculture, but we have not really been able to use it to its full potential because we did not have a way to get supremium without killing bosses. Let's go ahead and take a look here at supremium. There's 2 ways to get it, obviously. Kill bosses, or you craft it with the superium, which is crafted from intermedium, which is from prudentium, which is from inferium, which then drops from mobs. But you have to use infusion crystals. Now, in this mod pack, the normal infusion crystal has 25 uses, which is not enough and is definitely not useful for quite literally anything. So I was going to wait until we get the master infusion crystal, which we can get now because we just did all of the magic. It does take Botania, as you can see in the center, and it also takes astral sorcery from the resonating gems and the celestial altar. So I think we're going to finish out the episode by creating this and then setting up probably a farm for supremium and then also insanium, and also maybe even setting up the tier 6 seeds, because there aren't very many. We got the inferium seeds. We're definitely going to be making these. We have everything we need for this. We just need a tier 5 essence, tier 6 seeds, block of insanium. Insanium gets some lenses, and supremium. Definitely can be doing this, and then we can grow inferium extremely quickly. So let's see, what else do we got? Nether star seeds. It looks like we can't do these because crystal teen, we need the elite crafting table, and unfortunately signalum cell frames. I could make them, but I think we're just going to wait on that. Dragon egg seeds. I don't actually know if we need these, but also crystal teen, so that's not going to happen. Awakened draconium, no. Neutronium, don't have enough neutronium or even a way to get it. Iridium, crystal teen again. Anderium, crystal teen. Terrasteel, crystal teen, and or amethyst is also crystal teen. Okay, so maybe we will be rushing elite crafting table today. We can make these. We can definitely make these. Fluxed phytogrow, we can definitely craft a little bit of because we have stuff for. Hardened cell frame and signalum cell frames are the only things that we technically don't have access to yet, but even this isn't hard. Invar gear, Invar plate, steel rod, and a steel casing. Definitely we can do that. And then to make the signalum one, we have to make the reinforced one. We have all of these crafting components already created, and then the reinforced one. Yeah, we just need a reinforced cell frame full, which you filled up with power, right? No, you filled it with molten lumium. That's doable. And then you can create a signalum cell frame with the stuff we gathered in the thermal episode. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. But I think we're going to start off with opening these loot boxes. So let's get to a loot box unboxing. Let's open these up. Toasted Western. Augmented auxiliary reception coil. Those are nice. Compact cobble generator. Lapidary calibration. Extreme chili. Prismarine. Angel block. Framing table. Lava stone. Gun turret. Americium RTG. Southern style breakfast. More reception coils. A dislocator. Fish dinner. Tall slimy grass. Ward the music disc. Overclocker upgrades. Damage trap. Cocobolo door. Supremium apple, wow. Block of steel leaf, cave illuminator, paper walls, beef Wellington, supremium watering can. This might come in handy when we actually have to farm the Insanium essence. I don't know if it's going to be better to grow them in garden cloches or in an actual farm. So if it's in an actual farm, we definitely can use that. Manaseer monocle. We already have one of those. Okay. Not a bad pull if you ask me. Alright, next batch. Hardened casing, pink cherry saplings, reinforced conversion kits, plowman's lunch, speed upgrade, soulstone, ring of haste, spawner seeker, lava wood, chicken celery casserole, Sunday roast, inventory upgrade, expander, clay, blueberry pancakes, floppy disk, mending moss, flux infused shield, wonton soup, cashew sapling, flux infused battle wrench, tinkering table made out of insanium. Can we melt this down? Maybe. Basic energy relays, onion hamburger, hardened cell frames. Wait, we actually needed those. Oh, that's actually an amazing pull. TNT and mycelium. How many of those cell frames did we get? Just the one. Okay. End rod, factory blocks, cinnamon sugar donut, cheddar and sour cream potato chips, redstone glass, block of coal coke, terra steel ingot. That's nice to have because these are annoying. Bottle of enchanting, block of coal coke, red velvet cake, nether bricks, diamond chisel, paper walls, ward again, osgogloss block, launch pads, another watering can, creative essence. What? That's insane. I think this is really annoying to make. We're going to have to go check the recipe. Shulker shells, resonant conversion kits, charge quartz fixture, lava stone, ring of haste, flux infused shield, onion hamburger, iron casings, anti-block lime. Okay, let's check this. This is stupid annoying, isn't it? Void metal, tier 6 seeds, block of base essence, insanium. Oh my god. And this is used in the creative vending upgrades and the creative flux capacitor. Wow. Okay, you know what? That's actually crazy that we got one of those. Okay, next batch. Cheddar and sour cream potato chips again. Precision sawmill for mechanism. Greenhouse glass. Sheep charm. Oh, sleep charm. I already have one of those. It's very convenient. Another creative essence. Oh, we're on a roll, dude. Rod of the shifting crust. I had to make that last episode. Market. Cloud. Chicken curry. Angel block. Coleslaw burger. You know, that actually might not be that bad. I'd try it. Soul Sand, Americium RTG, Precision Sawmill again, a Lava Stone, a Hang Glider, Helium Collector, a Chili Dog, a Ring of Haste for the third time, a Wither Builder. That might give us a quest, actually. It did. TNT, Clear Green Stained Glass, Auxiliary Reception Coils, another Drawer Controller, Transformer Upgrades, Rainbow Oak Sapling, Cryo-stabilized flux duct. Oh, 64 of them? Oh, that's actually crazy. These aren't too bad to make. It's just a big crafting tree with a bunch of different ducts. It's doable, but hey, this is actually an amazing pull. We are going to be making those eventually as well, just because they have infinite power transfer rate, which is really good, especially for some of the power generators that I'm thinking of building. Last one, we got an entire inventory of loot chests, and I think there's 2 left, so here we go. Flux crystals, fission controller, Nutella, more of those, more Nutella, corned beef breakfast, shrimp, pork, okra, hush puppies, southern style breakfast, congealed slime, transformer upgrades, compact cobble generator, Manaseer monocle again, framed blocks, inventory upgrade, overclockers, another soulstone, factory blocks, umbran sapling, another wart blocks, another resonating gem from astral sorcery, nice. General So's chicken, iron candles, another osgogloss block, unbreakable wand, ice, cranberry jelly, a blacker lotus. I think this is the one that actually fills the mana pool all the way. An arranged collector, and we have 2 left. Now I would be very, very happy if we got double creative essence, because then we wouldn't have to craft it for one of the things. Another watering can and some andesite. Okay, bro. You know, all things considered, though, we got some really good stuff. Let me just go ahead and pull out all the good stuff that I think we got. Here's all of our good stuff. Some basic resources like gems, osgogloss, terra steel, and of course creative essence is good. Iron casings and block of coal coke. We're going to have to chisel this back. We can turn that into coke. Stack of cryo stabilized flux ducts, 1 of these cell frames, some machines that are always nice, especially the Wither Builder, because I'm pretty sure this is kind of annoying. It's not that bad, but hey, we didn't have to make it, so hey, that's good. 3 Supremium watering cans, the Tinker's Table, and I also didn't notice that it was 8 Supremium apples. Great pulls overall. Happy we waited to do this all in one go. Awesome. Now that loot box opening is out of the way, the next step is going to be creating the Master Infusion Crystal, and I was just looking at the recipe. We basically have everything that we need already. The only thing now we are missing is resonant gems, but if you remember, literally 15 seconds ago, we got 4 of them from that loot box opening. So now, the only thing we're missing is the Ender Amethyst, which we do not have. But, checking the recipe for these, you make them with a terrestrial artifact and elementium ingots. We have elementium ingots, so you can make those easily. And, if you remember from a previous loot box opening, we have a bunch of terrestrial artifacts right here. And we can go ahead and craft this into the Ender Amethyst from Biomes of Plenty. Go up to our altar here, and we can create the Master Infusion Crystal. Oh my god, mystical agriculture, here we come. Boom. Now, I did go ahead and look into this. The Inferium seeds, they grow 6 per, as they're a tier 6. The tier 5 grows 5, the tier 4 grows 4, and so on and so forth. The issue with the tier 6 ones, though, they only can grow on a block of Insanium essence, which takes 9 Insanium, which would be 9,000 Inferium, and you only get 6 per. Why would I bother doing that when I can just have the Inferium seeds at tier 5? Because it's 5 per, and the recipe is so much easier. It's only Supremium and tier 4 essence, which we do have access to. Supremium, Supremium ingots, Supremium essence in the iridescent altar. That is what we are going to do. And I also did check, you can grow these with the special bone meal and get more of them. So that is what we are going to do next. So let me gather up all of this. We're probably going to have to go kill the Wither, and that's probably what we're just going to go jump to. So death to the Wither, here we go. Alrighty, Withers have been acquired. Now we are going to go for half a stack of Withers, also known as 32. So I've gathered up all the stuff that we need, and I've also made another 15 by 15 compact machine. We need to kill all of these Withers, and what better place to do that than an unbreakable contained area. Okay, now on the real, you think I'm going to be able to actually place all of these in time? I'm not sure if I will, but let's find out. Here we go. Okay, I got most of them. I think I missed like 2 or 3, but oh, here we go. Average day on the modded Minecraft server. Jesus. Okay, let's go pick up all this and see how many nether stars we got. That should tell us how many withers we actually killed. 30. You know what? All things considered, that's not too bad. And we got a stack and a half of Supremium. Alright, in you go, Supremium Essence. So let's start out by making the Supremium Essence blocks like that. We need to do probably Superium Essence. And we need 8 blocks of this. There we go. We're down to 54 Supremium. I don't think we're going to have enough. We're probably going to have to get more. The only thing we're missing now is the seeds. Here, I might just want to make some patterns for this because I'm extremely lazy. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Well, I probably will end up removing these from the crafting because we're not going to need them forever. But then again, we have so much space, it probably doesn't matter that much. I'm going to go ahead and put them all the way down here. We can move them later. Here, 5. We are missing Superium, Intermedium, and Prudentium, because we need to make the recipes for those. We are going to craft them from their previous tiers. Now, for our farm, we are going to be condensing it straight into Insanium, which will then make everything a lot easier to autocraft, because then we won't need to have the actual infusion crystals inside of the ME system. Let's go ahead and get these put in as well. And now we should be able to craft a tier 5 seed. Yes, we can. And that is complete. So we got the seed, we got the blocks, we got these blocks. What is next? We need some tier 4 essence, and I believe we have some, yep, Thaumium will do just fine. And finally, we need probably the most annoying part, which is Supremium ingots. Yep, you're going to have to craft all of the tiers of ingots along with a base ingot. So, you know, 6 more patterns. Here we come. And now we need, I think, 8. Now, I doubt we're going to have enough. Wow, we actually have enough for this? Wow. Okay, you know what? Perfect calculation, I guess. As you can see in the background there, Avitas, the constellation, is there, so we need to grab our Avitas attuned rock crystal, slap that into here, go ahead and pull us that pattern into there, and as you can see, it's ready to go. Now, it did say that it needs a nether star, so we might have to go grab one. Yep, we need one right there. Perfect. And there we have it. Tier 5 Inferium seeds. Now, another thing I'm going to do is we're going to instantly grow these, because we're going to need 50. Yep, that's right. We are going to make 50 garden cloches that will have these in there. That's going to be a lot of garden cloches, which is another reason why I'm doing it in a compact machine, because I don't want that to lag out the server. It still might, but at least it won't be in my base when it does so, which is a good sign. Alrighty, Inferium seeds have been acquired. We got 50 plus 19, which is 69 total, which is very nice. I'm going to put the extra 19 into the Mystical Agriculture temporary storage. I might make a building for this, maybe just like a farm. That might be pretty neat, but we're not doing that today. So I also went ahead and gathered 50 heavy engineering blocks, ejector upgrades, and LV wire connectors so we can actually make the garden cloches. The next thing we need is treated wood, and yeah, we're kind of running out of treated wood. I have enough, but I figured I'd just go get a nice setup for it. And yes, I do know about the fluid infuser. We are using this now. It's very convenient. So the way that this is set up, it draws logs from here. It puts it into this redstone furnace, which is with a pyrolytic conversion, which then gives us some creosote oil. It gets piped into this food infuser, it makes treated wood, and it goes into here. Alrighty, garden cloches, as you can see, have been acquired. Now, due to it not being 15 by 15 and it being 13 by 13, I decided to add 2 extras so it would be symmetrical. Alright, I also got 10 compact infinite water sources and an RF tools crafter, so hopefully we should be able to get this fully automated. So let's go in there and do this. So the way that I'm thinking is we're just going to build a wall of it, right? We're going to have 2 sides, and then each of the sides is going to be what actually produces this. And there we go. As you can see, that is 52 of these. Hopefully this isn't super laggy. I'm also going to probably do 4 water sources, 2 for each side. I think that's probably overkill. We're making 320 millibuckets per tick for 13 of them. I have no idea the amount of water these consume, so I'm just going to assume that's fine. And now, of course, we need to power them, just like that. And now we have to do the fun task of putting all of the fertilizer and dirt and seeds into all of these. And somehow the cables have glitched onto my helmet again. Now we need to hurry up and place down the crafter, probably like here-ish, and then take item outputs from all of these. We are going to have to set up redstone configuration on every single item duct. Holy moly, that is a complete mess. But then what we should be able to do is we should be able to run item pipes along here, like this, and then straight into the crafter, like that, and that should just start. Yeah, oh my god, look at all of it. Let's go ahead and put the master infusion crystal in there, and then probably going to have to take some of this out. And there we have all the way up to Insanium. Now I just need to figure out how I can take the items from the output and put them back in. Or no, it looks like I just had to press the apply button. So I think this should be working, but as you can see, we are filling up so fast we can't even keep up. So I'm going to actually turn these back to extract real quick. It's not going to work because everything's just going to stay there. But then what we can do is we can add 1 of everything into here, and we're going to need to forget everything. And there we go. Now we should be making Insanium. Now it looks like all of these things aren't actually configured properly, so let's go ahead and do that. This needs to stay on internal. This needs to stay on internal. That needs to stay on internal. That needs to stay on internal. And this one goes to the exit. There we go. Okay, and then we can dump the rest of this in here. Hopefully it should make all of the stuff that we need. And it keeps the master infusion crystal in there. Perfect. So I should be able to put the direction back to insert. And then we should have a whole bunch. Mystical agriculture. Now the real question is this thing capable of going as fast as we need it to? I have no idea. But we are making so much Insanium right now, this is ridiculous. Okay, but that's actually very good, because we kind of need this, you know. I'm going to give this a little bit of a test, and then also figure out how to get things out of here. I was doing a little bit of reading up on this. Apparently, if you just put an inventory right next to the tunnel, then that side of the tunnel will technically be the inventory that you can pull out of. So I'm going to go ahead and get that tried out and also test to make sure that this is working at full efficiency. We are back. As you can see, we have managed to get through the backlog, so this thing is plenty fast to keep up with all 52 of these garden cloches. And I also did figure out, yes, having an inventory right next to the tunnel does actually work. If we head back over, as you can see, we're taking an item pipe out and putting it into this chest, and we have 19 Insanium essence. I'm thinking I'm just going to run that item pipe probably straight into this item pipe and then send it into our drawer system. We are going to put these in a drawer just because we can. Now eventually this thing kind of sitting in the middle of the base is probably going to move, probably to its own dedicated building, but for now let's just have it here. It's convenient that way. Okay, so now we were at 20. If we see 21 in there, we know that that is working. We just got a new one. That is perfect. Since we set that whole thing up, we're going to now make some tier 6 seeds. Probably not all of them, because I don't think we'll be able to get all of them today. Furium we're not doing. That's stupid. Nether stars. We could probably do nether stars. We just need block of nether star, which is 9 nether stars, so that's going to be a bit fun. The main one that I really want to do is iridium. Actually, can you... Okay, so no, you can mine iridium ore with a void miner, so maybe iridium is not the best one. Enderium is definitely one we should probably do, because it is an annoying alloy. So I think enderium... You know what, why don't we just mark these? We can't make Awakened Draconium, Neutronium, or the Dragon Egg seeds yet. We might do Nether seeds, so we can go ahead and put that over here on the list. Ender Amethyst, I don't think I actually have enough to get these, so we'll hold off on those. We can definitely do those later when we have better setups to do so. Terra Steel, stupidly annoying to make, definitely doing that. And Enderium. Enderium is an alloy, and it's extremely annoying to make because it takes platinum, and as you can see, we do need Enderium Singularity, so it really isn't going to be viable to run those as an alloy creation. It would be a lot easier to run these as the seeds. Now, there are a couple tier 5 seeds that I'd also like to make. Platinum, I definitely think platinum is a good choice, so we'll grab that. Void metal, 100% we're doing that. Draconium as well. Now, Draconium, this is like pushing into stuff that we aren't really supposed to have yet. But if you remember from the Thaumcraft episode, we do have some Draconium. Maybe we'll go mining for Draconium. I'll have to decide that later. Now, the issue that we're going to run into next is, of course, the crystalline ingots. Everything else we can make as of now, but not these, because we need the elite crafting table, and that is made with this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything prepared to make the hardened cell frames, cut back to when I am ready to start the production chain. I may as well make like a whole big machine factory because I feel like we're going to be needing all of these cell frames eventually for other things as well, so we may as well get them all now. Alrighty, it is time to make these cell frames. As you can see, my inventory is full of stuff that is ready to go. And also, as you can see in this advanced crafting table, we have everything that we need minus the cell frames. Now, a little thing that's kind of annoying, you need a basic crafting table to craft the advanced crafting table. And the advanced crafting table does not double as a basic crafting table, so I have to make one of each. The first step that we need to do is we need to turn these into energy frames by putting them in the metallurgic infuser. And there we go. Now that we have the energy cell frames, as you can see, the next step is to put them into an empowerer with Invar gears, Invar plates, steel rod, and steel casings to make the hardened cell frame. And unfortunately, this is the part that's going to take the longest. Okay, this is taking way too long. It literally took so long that it turned on the AFK mode. I've got 2 left. This is... nah. Oh, yeah, that's probably why this is taking forever. Each one of these costs 10 million RF, which is 10 MRF. The transfer rate of these cables is 125 KRF, so that does take a good while, and it looks like this isn't even putting it in as fast as it can. So yeah, we're gonna be here a while. Luckily for me though, while those are crafting, I guess I can just go ahead and make the other ones. So now that we have our 2 hardened cell frames, we can go ahead and make these into reinforced cell frames with all of this stuff down here. Just like that, reinforced cell frames. Now, to actually fill these up, we need to put 4 ingots of molten aluminum into it in a fluid transposer. And I went ahead and I've set up a nice little setup up here for everything that we need. So, put the reinforced cell frames in there, and we melt our aluminum in this nuclear craft melter that I made. Yep, we'll just set it on everything. That works just fine for me. Once this gets filled up, looks like it's going. But dear God, it's slow. Okay, let's grab a couple of these resonant kits. We can definitely speed this up some more if we have those auxiliary augmentation coils, which we did get. Throw those in there. Hopefully that should increase the speed of this. It looks like it did. And there is our first reinforced full cell frame. We just gotta wait for the second one. And there we go. All right, so now those are full. We can go down here and craft the empty resonant ones by putting some of the thermal expansion stuff, cinnabar, rich slag, rosin, and some signalum plates. There is the signalum cell frame. Now we need to fill this up, because as you can see in the recipe, it uses the full ones, and that is why we have our induction smelter. In goes those guys, and it needs 40 blocks of redstone, and that is also going to take forever, so let's grab some more of those coils real quick. I think I got a whole bunch. And I did not know you could right-click those. Okay, well there's our first one, and we dumped the rest of the redstone in there. And there is our second signalum full cell frame. Now we do need these for some other things like machine structure from Volps's library. I don't know what that's used for. And we also need them to make the solar array controller tier 5 and the ultimate crafting table, and to make a resonant cell frame. Good thing that we know how these work, so we can go ahead and put these 2 right here. Hopefully the hardened cell frame should be done by now. They are, and then we can put these in here like that. And the only thing now that we're missing is fluxed phytogrow. So if we go ahead and grab a couple pieces of rich phytogrow, we need to put these into a energetic infuser. I think I have one of those. Slap that in there. That should hopefully get powered up. I don't actually know how much RF this needs. Looks like some. I'm not actually sure. I guess I could check. 8,000 RF. But there we go. We have our fluxed phytogrow. We can go ahead and slap this in here and make the tier 3 crafting table. Boom. That was a process, and we're going to have to do it again when we want to make the next one. Now that we have this, we can go ahead and make some crystal teens. So let's go ahead and do that. Basically, it's just diamonds, lapis, gold, and iron. Not too shabby at all. Oh, those are nether star nuggets. Oh, great. Crystal teen, we can shift-click that, and we should have enough to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That actually wasn't too bad, all things considered. So the next thing we're going to need to do is gather up all the other resources. We're going to need a stupid amount of Insanium, tier 5 essence, which we probably should make one of these tier 5 ones first. I'm thinking void metal, but we're going to grab that void metal. We got to grab the Insanium. We also have to grab some colored lenses, and it looks like they have to be green, which does make sense because we are in fact growing crops. Terra steel, we need to grab those shards of Laputa and some mana prisms. These don't look too bad to make. We've made these before. The mana prism is just some glass, prismarine, and spectral wood, which we can definitely do. And then for enderium, nothing special here. We need a bunch of supremium tier 4 and void metal blocks, which we need void metal, which is gotten from void seeds, which we could either close rifts or just craft. And I'm super lazy. And 72 void seeds. Now I'm going to have to go do the fun process of processing these all through Thaumcraft. So I'll go ahead and do that. We don't really need to worry about that. Platinum, we should have enough platinum for that. I think we have like 1,800. And then draconium, we're going to have to go mining for some more draconium. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Let's just do that now. And if you remember last time, we used some EFLN to blow stuff up. And I think we're going to continue that trend. There's some right there. Perfect. Draconium ore. Let's put that in the scanner here. And with that, we got 8. So our fortune does in fact work on this. Let's see. We can go ahead and give that a scan. Looks like it is pretty far away, but it looks like we got a whole bunch kind of nearby. So let's go ahead and grab this. All right, that gave us about 46. I think we should have enough. All we have to do now is slam this into a furnace to make all of this into draconium ingots. Which, by the way, we don't need for a while, but it's good to get a start on generating this because we are going to need a lot of it in the future. And we can go ahead and craft all of those into 8 draconium blocks. Perfect. Now all I have to do is gather all of these, and we can make the draconium seeds and gather everything for the platinum seeds as well. Hey guys, here we are up here in the astral area. I forgot to hit the record button like an idiot. Okay, well, basically, I went ahead and I made the tier 5 seeds, platinum, void metal, and draconium. We got all those done. No hiccups there, other than the fact we needed to attune a rock crystal to mineralis. Luckily for me, it was out tonight, so we were able to line it up, make a crystal for it, and craft everything. All right, we went ahead and chucked those into the garden cloches here and are growing them currently. I also went ahead and set up some drawers for them as well. We're up to about a stack of each already, mostly because I had to spam bone meal them with the mystical fertilizer so we could get a couple of extra seeds just to have in case something happens. So now that you're all caught up, the next thing we need to do is we need to gather the resources to make the tier 6 seeds. The thing we're missing is the Insanium. It turns out we need about 70, I think it's 72 exactly, Insanium essence per seed, and of course we're making 3 of them, so that's like 220 Insanium, and we currently have 43, so we're going to have to do a little bit of AFK, but that's why I got the tier 5 seed setups, so we can do a little bit of AFK and farm a whole bunch of the next important resources. So see ya in a couple hours. And wait, I did. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of Insanium, and this isn't even all of it. As you can see up there, we have 14 stacks plus 11 pieces. And also, we've got 54 stacks of each of the 3 tier 5 essences that we made. Alright, so now that we have all of these, we should be able to make everything here except for the seed. The seed requires any kind of seeds right here. Insanium essence, the tier 5 crafting seed, that's not too bad, but then it takes 1,000 millibuckets of sewage, which I didn't realize I had to get sewage until looking at it. Okay, so it looks like we need this right here, animal sewer. This isn't part of any quest, so let's just go ahead and make this. We do have everything we need, so here we go. Boom, animal sewer, and obviously it is not a quest. So the way that I think this works is we need to put animals on top of it, and then they will just make sewer. So problem with this is the animals in my area have all decided that they wanted to wander into the nether portal and then walk off the edge into the lava, so we're going to have to fly out a little ways to actually get some animals. Plonk that down, and there we go. Animal sewer is in fact sewing. Come here, sheep. You need to go in here. Now, how much do we actually make from this? That's actually going pretty fast, but I'm pretty sure you can put a whole bunch of animals on there to make that go even faster, so we're going to fill up all 13 buckets. I don't know how many of this we're going to need, but it's always nice to have. Alright, I think that's about 8 or 9 animals, and we are getting quite a bit of sewage, so let's just put buckets in here until we can fill up our entire inventory, basically. Alright, well, there we go. That's all of it. I put it in my extra inventory here because I need the inventory space to, you know, pick this all back up. So let's go ahead and pick this all back up, let the animals free because I don't want them to all just kind of sit there, and I think we may have accidentally suffocated the chicken when we did that, so sorry, chicken. Oh, and while we're over here, I guess we can check on our treated wood. We are up to 388 stacks. Wow, that's actually pretty good. All right, recipe is in. Now all we have to do is put the sewage in here, and then we can make the tier 6 seeds, and they are making right now. Perfect. And there we go. 3 tier 6 crafting seeds completed. First of all, I want to make probably Nether Star, but we need to grab our Avitas attuned crystal. We do not need this one anymore. In you go, buddy, and let's make the nether seeds. And of course, we're missing the tier 5 essence, right? That is also why I made the tier 5s first, because we needed them. All right, there we go, nether seeds. All right, we are going to need to put this block of nether star down. It's probably going to be here. Yep, there we go. Now we can actually craft that. I keep forgetting about these. And boom. Nether Star Seeds Tier 6. It is beautiful. We can grow these into Nether Star Essence, which 9 of them makes 1 Nether Star Shard. 1 Nether Star Shard gets crafted as 3 pieces into a Nether Star, so we will never have to kill the Wither again after this. Alright, next up, let's go ahead and make the Terra Steel. These blocks of Terra Steel, by the way, took me an hour and a half, even with all 8 of those flowers down there. Yeah, this was the most annoying process I think I've ever had to do. Thank God we don't have to do it again. Why is this not working? Probably because we have the crystal attunement wrong. Yep, we need to go grab Mineralis. That does kind of make sense. And now this one is going to take another star, probably right here, but we're going to have to wait for it to tell us. Why? And boom, Terra Steel Seeds. Beautiful stuff. Last but not least, at least for today, Enderium. And boom, Enderium Seeds. Now, I think the first thing we need to do is go plant these. Now, we are going to just use the other side over here. Luckily for me, we can just take the water seeds out and put in Enderium. Now let's make sure that that actually is growing. Looks like it is. Now it is going to get stuck, I believe, because we don't have the drawer set up, which is actually good. Let's put in Terra Steel into here. Hopefully this one grows. Looks like it is. And then finally, we can take out the sand. We can put in the Nether Star Crux and grow the Nether Seeds. Yep, and as you can see, it is growing. Oh, it's trying. Okay, there we go. Jeez. And there we go. 6, 6, and 8. That is more than we put in. We are good to go on that front. All right, there we go. Mystical agriculture has been completed, at least for now. Eventually, we'll probably make more seeds, but I mean, you've seen how the process works. It's really not that difficult. I'll probably just end up making them whenever I need them. Well, I think with that being all done, that is going to be it for this episode. We got a whole bunch of magic stuff done, and as a matter of fact, we got all of the magic stuff done. Blood Magic Quest Tree has been completed, Tier 5 Blood Altar has been acquired, and then we also got the Mystical Agriculture that I wanted to get done at this stage completed. That's going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we are going to build the Magic Area. So what I think we're going to be doing is we're going to be turning this mountain range slash shattered mountains thing over here into a magical kind of area. I'm thinking we're going to have 4 wizard towers, 1 for each mod, and we're going to have floating sky platforms with all of the magic, I guess, machines on them, like the Blood Altar, Botania's Portal, the Astral Sorcery stuff, all going to be on floating islands over here. And then maybe we'll add something as a centerpiece just to spice it up a little bit. I'm most likely going to be using this. I don't know if I'll end up using this single mountain here. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll put something over here. But this whole area is going to look very cool once we are done with it. That's what we're doing next time, and y'all can look forward to another building episode. Goodbye.